Hi guys, this is Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go over Candus's interview she did with the Rogersville Review, which is dated July 21st, 2021. And I would like to read through everything and then we can have a discussion about it in the comments down below. Just please be respectful, guys. We're all going to have different opinions. Some call it speculation. But either way, I just want everybody to be kind to each other and just have an adult conversation. Alrighty, now that I've gotten that out the way, let's get to the interview. So Candus immediately starts out by saying, if you took her, just bring her back. You don't even have to tell me that you did it. Just bring her back. Say that you found her walking. I don't care. Just bring her back. That's all I care. So pleaded Candus Wells late Sunday afternoon in regards to her 5-year-old daughter, Summer, who went missing 5 weeks ago, seemingly vanishing within 5 minutes of last being seen. I don't understand it. It don't make no sense. Candus recalled June 15th, the day Summer disappeared. Candus's mother, also named Candus, but whose nickname Candy, needed to see a doctor in Kingsport about her aching knee. We went to Gatlinburg and the boys accidentally kept tripping over her sore knee, Candus said. She had an artificial knee replaced, and if you twist it the wrong way, it pops out and it hurts really bad. And she couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stop hurting after a while, so I took her to the ER that morning. After taking Candy to Holston Valley, Candus and Summer went to visit some family friends in Kingsport. They invited me over to sit at their house while I waited for my mom to get done, so we weren't sitting in the hot truck. So I went over there, Candus said. I was sitting and Mom called me to come get her, said Candus, adding that the 15-year-old son of her friend asked to go along. I went and picked her up, and then we drove all the way across town to drop her for prescription. They said it'd be about 30 minutes at the most. So we were like, well, instead of sitting in the car where it's hot, it was baking hot, we'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little while. Like I said, we weren't even planning on going swimming or fishing or anything, Candus said. So they went to Warriors State Park and let Summer and the boys swim in the cove just south of the park's horse stables. I figured 15-20 minutes in the water, you know, run a little bit of energy out instead of sitting in the truck, Candus said. One of the last video shots of Summer before her disappearance is of her swimming in that cove. There has been much speculation in social media about what happened next. According to accounts, Summer went underwater and the boy dove in to save her. Candus said that didn't happen. In the video, Summer is seen splashing in the lake, then stands up to reveal it's only about waist deep. That boy lied on everything that happened, Candus said. Because the place I was at, there was no rocks. She didn't slide on no rock and fall in the water. She wasn't under the water for 20 seconds or more like he said. That was just a bunch of lies he made up. I don't know why he did that. There was no incident at all. That don't even make no sense why he would even say that. And the video that I took is the same exact time that they were in the water playing, Candus said. If Summer had fallen, she'd jump right back up. That's what don't make no sense to me at all. There's so many rumors and lies going around. None of it even makes sense. Couch police. That's what I call them. After the swim, it was back across Fort Henry Drive to Walgreens, then a quick stop at a grocery store. We went back and picked up my mom's prescription and went to Priceless. I dropped off the boy after Priceless and we came home. And then me and my mom, the boys were in watching YouTube like they always do. My mom says, let's rearrange and plant the flowers. She goes, Well, we know the boys aren't going to help us. I know Summer will. So I yelled for Summer. She was in the house with the boys. She comes out and she was planting flowers with us, Candus said. The flowers were put in planters next to Grandma Candy's camper, with Summer handling some of the tasks, Candus said. She put all the rocks on top, put Chase in there. She did all the rocks herself. We went into Grandmother's after we were done. She asked Grandma for a piece of candy. Grandma gave her a piece of candy. She told me she wanted to go back over with her brothers. So I literally walked her halfway between the camper and the house, Candus said. I watched her go in the door, and I could see her brothers at the kitchen table. When she went in, I walked over and yelled at the boys. I said, "Watch Summer. I'll be right back. I've got to fix Mom's knee brace." I was standing right there at the camper. I was over there fixing it. Literally, you can see my house from the camper door. She did not walk back out that front door. Candus estimated it took maybe 2 to 5 minutes to fix Mom's brace. When I got done, I come back in. I asked the boys, "Where's your sister?" They said, "She went downstairs to play with her toys, Mom." I said, "Okay," and I went and hollered down the steps. I always holler for them down there. And she didn't holler back. I said, "Are you sure she's down there?" They said, "Yeah, she just went down there." So I went down there and I searched. I looked everywhere I could. Then I went through the house and I kept calling her, yelling for her, everything. I came out here, outside, yelling for her, everything else. And she was nowhere. So I called Don because I was freaking out, Candus said. Don, Summer's father, was installing drywall at a job site in Jonesboro. I said, "I can't find Summer. Get home now," Candus recalled. He was like, "Call 911. So I dropped my phone because I had to run over and get Mom's phone and dial 911 because her AT&T phone is the only one that works out here to call 911. So I called them and told them what's going on. Before the cops even came out, I went down, told my neighbors, "Summer is missing. Will you help me look?" Just in case she did wander off. But I knew in the back of my mind she never wandered off. She never went nowhere without me. She'll ask me to do something before she even goes and does it. And she's scared to go in the woods by herself because we've told her time and time again. Because of bears and snakes, Candus said. I sent the older boys down through the creek. If they've got a walkie-talkie and their buck knife, they can go down through there. I sent all them searching, and I went out in my mom's truck and went all the way down by the church, then went all the way down the other way, and I didn't see nobody even out and about, Candus said. Then I went all the way back in the holler as far as the truck can go, and I didn't see nothing back in there either. When I was coming back up out of the holler, the cops were coming up in the driveway, so I just followed them up there. I don't recall if Don was here before the police got here or if he was here at the same time they showed up, said Candus. We searched everywhere we could possibly search. They were out here for 3 or 4 days straight, searching 5,000 square acres. They searched all this mountain terrain all the way down through here. They busted into my shed there and destroyed it, she said. What really gets me is when they were searching for her, why didn't they make their neighbors let them go in their sheds and buildings and stuff? Why didn't they make them unlock it? Some people were like, "No, you can't search my property." Why would you do that? There's a missing kid. Why would you not let them search? It just don't make no sense, said Candus, who grew frustrated at times with the searchers. They looked in every vehicle I had, underneath every vehicle I had. They opened that tote right there, and all it's got in it is a bunch of crafts and stuff. You couldn't even fit nobody in that if you wanted to. They opened that like 7 times. They even went too small to look in my mom's sewer tank and her camper. That hole's like an inch diameter circle, Candace gestured with her thumb and index finger. How did you get that 4-foot baby in that hole, she said. Candace said she thought the police canines would have had better success if she had been notified to corral the family's 8 dogs. They just done some stupid, underhand stuff. When they brought the cadaver dogs up, why didn't they warn me ahead of time to find a place for these dogs to go? They just brought them up. Oh, you got dogs? You guys already knew I had dogs. That didn't pan out because you've got these 8 adult dogs wanting to smell all these new dogs you just brought up on my property. So that's going to mess up the cadaver dogs because it's not going to know which way to go, Candace said. Summer's mother also expressed frustration with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. TBI kept questioning me. They asked me the same thing, wanting me to run through my whole timeline of my day. They did that like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, you guys still don't get it. If I was going to lie, I would have to think about it. It just comes out. I don't have to sit here and think about what I did. I know what I did. I just spit it out to you 20,000 times, Candace said. A liar has to think up something. I passed my polygraph test, and everybody is like, oh, you failed. No, I didn't fail. The first time I did it, they couldn't really do it with me because they threw me in the back of a squad car like I did something wrong and hauled me up there. I was already distressed over Summer being missing, and then they did that to me. So that just made more fuel to the fire and made me more upset. So by the time I got there, I was crying and shaking, and I just couldn't do it, Candace said. So they told me they'll give me a few days to calm down and get some sleep and stay off your phone because that's the worst thing you can do is be on your phone. And so I did that, and then I passed. It's not like I failed anything. People are like, oh, she failed. No, I didn't fail. The only people that had to do it were me, Donnie, and Mom. All 3 of us passed. They took the boys to a different place, somewhere over in Greenville somewhere, a child advocate or something like that. The boys pretty much told them exactly what I told them, and I didn't even talk to the boys, Candace said. All the boys had to recall was Summer coming in the house and going downstairs. Because they got so hooked on watching YouTube, they watched Minecraft videos on YouTube. I'm like, don't you guys ever get bored with that, Candace said. They took my TV because it's hooked to my Wi-Fi. Like they're going to find something on my TV. It's like they're digging for nothing. They're grasping at straws and not really trying. Everything that they did to me was backwards. They didn't shut down none of the roads until the next day. I mean, anybody could have been in and out of here, gone by the time they got down here. It takes them a good 40 minutes to get from Rogersville out here, she said, adding that there had been any recent contact from law enforcement. I haven't even spoke to them in like 2 weeks. You think they'd at least tell me, update me on something, but they don't even update me on nothing. I asked them to go check all these barns and sheds that have been out here for years that nobody could be in, Candace said. I tried to get them to go check out this guy who was trying to camp out here and tried to take over my neighbor's property. They were like, oh yeah, we checked him out. It's like they don't even really care if they find her or not. That's what it seems like to me. We're poor, I guess. I guess if we had lots of money, they'd do better work, I guess. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. For some reason, TBI don't believe that she was abducted, Candace said. That's what don't make sense to me, because she's not here. She don't just disappear. I mean, I've seen movies where people just start vanishing off Earth, but you know, them are so fake. But somebody had to have taken her. That's the only conclusion I could come to. She had to have either Either somebody snuck in the basement or she walked out the back. She'll come out the basement and walk around the house to her swing. She's always did that. She's never wandered ever away from here. She's never went out of this yard at all, Candus said. Neither the basement door or the lower half of the driveway loop is visible from the area between Candy's camper and the Wells home. The slope of the hill is too great and the house blocks the view. To compound matters, although there are 8 dogs on the property, they don't bark much. Candus was asked if they were good watchdogs. Hell no, she replied. They're lazy. Anybody that came up here that could have took her could have fed the dogs down there, the lower part of the yard. These dogs are so friendly and love everybody. They don't know strangers. Indeed, contrary to expectations, the dogs greeted the reporter like a known friend and hardly barked during the hour plus on the property. As the hours tick by and more days pass, Candus can only wonder. Everything goes through my mind, she said. You go about the what ifs. What if you did this? What if you did that? There's just all kinds of crap that goes through your mind. I didn't even know close that we even lived to these freaking sex offender people. There's literally one that could walk to my house in 8 minutes. I didn't even know they existed this close to my house. I don't believe anybody anymore. I've gotten to the point where I can't trust nobody because everybody I talk to either twists my words around or they do something. They put out more lies, and it's making it worse and harder on TBI to even find her, Candus said, adding that the stress is affecting her 3 sons as well. I won't let these boys outside if I'm not out here. I try to take them out here so they can get their mind off it. In the summer, that's all that I do with the kids because it's summertime. They're not at school, so here's a chance when they're not at school and they get to enjoy themselves. When we go, I smile for the kids, but I'm not having no fun. I'll get in the water with them, but that don't mean I'm having fun, Candus said, of the constant knowledge that Summer is missing. If you look at all the pictures, she was always smiling. They're always happy kids. I mean, they'll get into fights because that's what brothers do, but other than that, they're always happy, no matter what they're doing. Wyatt tells me, Mom, I feel like if I would have went downstairs and played with Summer when she asked, she'd still be here. I said, you can't blame yourself, son. I said, nobody knows what the next day is going to hold. They smiled to put on a good show, but other than that, I know they're really upset. They ask me every day, is Summer coming home today? I can't answer that. I don't know. I find myself sitting out here until midnight or 1 o'clock at night, just hoping maybe that whoever took her or whatever happened, she'll come wandering back up the driveway to us, Candus said. Wow, I found myself really emotional reading the last part of that. It really breaks my heart. I can't even imagine what those boys are going through. And Don and Candus at this point. Because we really don't know what happened to Summer. And I really do not want to believe that her parents had something to do with this. I really don't. And it's so hard because you have so many different people saying so many different things. All we can do at this point is pray for Summer and those boys and her family, and that she's found. And I hate to say it, but if she's not here with us anymore, then I trust in the Lord, and I know she's safe and happy and in no pain or anything. She's not suffering, and she's sitting at the right hand of God. Alright guys, well that's the end of the video. I definitely wasn't planning to say anything really towards the end. I just wanted to read it, but leave your comments down below. I definitely do want to have a discussion with everyone, and I want to know what you guys think about everything, all of it, everyone's interviews. And please, again, I ask just to be kind in the comments. And also comment and let me know if you think maybe doing a live would be better. I can try to schedule a live and we can do it that way. So thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you're not already, and hit the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless everyone. And always remember, spread love and not hate. Be blessed and keep the faith. Bye, guys.